I'm a law student, and I
Right,
remember our uniform used to be black and white. And when I went to design
right,
school, it just looked like a whole different world. It was like, what is
right.
happening?
Hi, thank you for watching the Unbox College podcast. Please remember, we are not career counselors, nor are we experts in the fields in which we work. These podcasts are just so we can pass on information and stories and equip students with insights into college life and culture. We hope you enjoy. Thank you.
Hi guys, welcome to the Unbox College podcast. Today we are talking to Resham Agarwal, who is a designer and has recently graduated from UID. And today we're going to talk to her about her journey and what it really means to enter the space of design. So thank you, Resham, for doing this. We look forward to talking to you. Um,
Thank you for having me.
can you just tell us about, like, in 11th 12th, what was the kind of
Hmm.
preparation or what was the kind of mindset you had, and whether you were thinking about pursuing design then?
Okay, so to be very frank, in 11th, 12th, I did not prepare for design at all.
Hmm.
So I did not have a design mindset. I was very confused as to what I wanted to do.
Hmm.
So I actually did not prepare for design. I was chilling. I was having fun in my college days. So I was not doing much. But then, and I was actually planning to do law. At the end of 12th, after my boards got over, so my sister is also a designer. So I went to college to surprise her. And I've always been in the creative field. I've always been a very craftsy person. I've always, had the hang of drawing and doing something very creative. So when I went to college, like the atmosphere of the college, the studios and everything, like, attracted me so much. And I was like, where am I doing law and why am I even getting into it?
Yeah.
And then, so I actually I even visited a law college. So that gave me like a very plain and, like a very dull vibe. And I was like,
Yeah.
design is so happening and design is so cool.
Yeah.
So then that's when I shifted to design. That's when I thought of shifting to design.
So, all right. So, what are the entrance exams and what is the preparation that happens for a design school's entrance exam?
What my sister did was, and what usually people do is go for coaching classes, and there are a lot of coaching classes in every city and nearby, so you can go for those. And even they help you with entrance exams. But apart from that, how I went through is you can directly apply. So there are online forms, you can directly apply. And then once you get selected, the first process is very simple. Like, if your application is perfect, you'll get selected. Then after that, the actual round start or selection process. So the first one is it's an exam. It's in the same center as your city. You don't have to go to Ahmedabad or anywhere. So there are centers near about. If you're from a smaller town or place, you have to go to the nearest center, or you have to actually go to Ahmedabad. Depends on what they've told you.
Correct.
And then so there are different rounds. So the first round is a generic paper where there are questions on maths, logic, general knowledge, a little about science. So very generic, commerce. It can be anything, but very simple. Probably 10th, 11th maths and 10th level logic.
Uh-huh.
And it also has some design questions. So it's like 60-40. So 60 general knowledge questions and 40% design questions. Some about drawing, but very simple. Very simple questions.
Okay.
And then if you get selected in the first round, then there are 2 more rounds after that. And for those 2 rounds, you have to actually go to Ahmedabad. And so it's a process of 2 days. So the first day you have to, it's again a paper, but this time it is not a written paper. They give you material and they give you different kinds of materials and you have to make something. And you have to actually explain as to what you made. For example, they've given you wood, sticks, XYZ material. You've made something, so you can actually make, tell a very nice story as to why you've made this and what was the concept behind it.
Correct.
So they want to see how innovative you are and how broad can you think.
Correct.
Yeah. So that is the first. So the first day, that is the first test, and then there's a lunch break. And then in the second test, it is the same thing. They give you materials, but it's in a group. So it's the first one is individual, and the second part is in a group. And then the next day is the interview.
All right. All right.
And then
So this is specifically for UID.
Yes.
And did your sister also go to UID? Is it the same process, like a similar process for other design schools?
Actually, yeah, it is more near about the same process for like all of them have 3 rounds. The only difference can be like in some colleges, they select in each round, but in some colleges, they don't select in each round. Like in UID, they select after the first round, and then you go to the second round, and the second and the third round you give irrespective of your selection or not. But in the end of the third round, you'll know if you're selected. Final selection.
Got it.
But in some colleges, the difference is you get selected in every, and you get go to the next round.
So it's almost like a reality show type elimination process is happening.
Right. Yeah. It's like an elimination.
Yeah, that makes sense, and that's really cool. Very nerve-wracking, I'm sure that process must have been,
Yeah.
and a scary thing to go through. But I'm sure that's great. So for design, there are a few
Mhm.
colleges that I've heard of, and I just
Right.
want to ask you what are the colleges that a typical aspiring designer would look at. So one is obviously NID. NID
Right. Yeah.
is
Obviously.
considered to be the top of the
Yes.
rung. UID, since you have gone there, and there are also, I've heard of, because Symbiosis is such a big name in Pune,
Yeah.
Symbiosis School of Design. Are there any others that are really famous and worth looking out for?
So there's NIFT that is really good. And NIFT is again a government college. In private, there's Pearl that is really good.
Hmm.
And in Pune, people, you must have also heard of MIT. So even
Yes.
MIT is not bad. Even MIT is good.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Oh,
So
even Shrishti. I forgot to add Shrishti. Even
Srishti,
Shrishti is
right,
pretty good.
right.
Yeah.
Srishti
Shrishti
Bangalore
Bangalore.
is quite famous.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So these are some of the top design schools.
Yeah.
Now, you have given your entrance exams in whichever university. Is there a national exam for
No.
design? No, it's
No.
university based.
Yes.
All right.
It's it's on different universities.
All right. So then after that, you've gone through this entire process, and you have gotten into a design school. What
Right.
does the first year look like?
So typically first year is called the foundation year. So it is right now, the situation is a little bit different as to what we had. So I'll just give a little bit difference. So what we had was that the whole first year was the foundation year, and then we had to choose a specialization. But right now, whoever wants to get into design, most of the colleges, they have to mention the specialization. For example, I want to do interior design. So I'll have to already tell them that I want to do interior design.
Acha.
And that's how I get a question paper. The first one is the same, but the one where the second round and the third round, it'll be a little bit more related to interior, or they'll set you in such groups.
Correct. So you have to make a decision like
Freehand.
beforehand without really knowing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but they give you the leverage to change it after your first semester. So we had to choose our department after the first year, but now they have the leverage to change it after the first semester. So basically right now it is the first semester is foundation, which is common for everyone. There's no specialization in that. And the second semester will have a little elements and something more directed towards your specialization in your department.
So just to understand, what are the kinds of specializations that are there?
In UID, basically there are 7. So there is product design, there is fashion design, there is interior design, then there is lifestyle accessory design, then there is visual communication, then there is animation, and there is industrial design.
Wow. All
Yeah.
right. That's really cool. You said something called lifestyle accessory design.
Yeah, so that is one. Yeah, so that is a department that is actually not available in a lot of design colleges, like even Shrishti and Symbiosis don't have that. So UID has it, and I think even NIFT has it. So lifestyle accessory is basically everything other than garments. So it is leather. So basically you learn how to make shoes and bags and ceramics and toys and games, jewelry. So it is everything other than fashion, other than clothes. It's everything other than clothes.
All right, makes sense.
Yeah.
So I just want to know, like, what about like supplementary subjects? I'm sure one part of it is your core art subjects and your core design subjects, like working with materials, creating a portfolio, etc.
Right.
Supplementary subjects like maybe economics or accounts or anything that are taught at all?
No, we don't have any of those. To be very frank, we don't have any of those. But we do have written papers. Oh, actually, my juniors did have English. So they had a compulsory subject as English. So they do have English. We did not have it, but my juniors did have it.
You said you've graduated as a fashion designer. Would I be right in saying that?
Right.
So I would like to ask you that, how much was the interaction with, like, say, a product design student or like a graphics design student? Was it there or was it not at all?
Yeah, it was there. It was there a lot. So that was mainly because in the foundation year, we were not segregated into our specializations. So foundation year we had 4 sections and we all were jumbled up because we did not choose our specialization till then. So once we chose our specializations, all of us went to like different departments. But we still had very good friends over there. And so even as fashion, we do have some different subjects, like like packaging, which actually is main hardcore that comes under graphics. So when we do have to maybe talk to them, and if sometimes we want to get something made out of wood, then we talk to some product designers. So it's the atmosphere in UID is actually very nice and very interactive. You'll never feel isolated. You'll never feel like you are working in isolation. You cannot interact, and you'll never feel restricted to do anything. So you'll always have an interaction, and you can actually think beyond whatever you are doing, because they'll always be very supportive of what new you have as an idea.
Correct. And I think that's really important in a school, and especially in a school like a design school, where ideas need to be free flowing and collaboration.
Yeah,
definitely. What do exams in a design school look like?
It's called a jury.
Okay.
So we have 2 semesters, and after each semester we have a jury, and we have to display and explain all our work. But in the middle, we do have around 2 semester reviews, mid-semester reviews they're called. So they're just reviews where they want to make sure that we are up to date with our work. So the final jury is we get an external juror who is an industry specialist, and an internal juror who is our faculty. And they basically ask you questions, and you have to explain your work and why you did that. You have to justify your work, and they can ask you different kind of questions.
All right. So that happens at the end of every single semester.
Yes.
Oh, that sounds a little intense to me. One thing that I've heard about design colleges is they are a little notorious for being a little expensive, and design education, because you have to fund your own materials, and you end up like I've heard of my friends telling me that even the paper that they have to buy is so incredibly expensive. So just from like, obviously each university I'm sure is different, and I'm sure it costs like different to go
differently
to universities, but is that true? Is design really a
yes it is. We have to sponsor paper, pencil, eraser. Nothing is provided by the college, nothing. So everything that we want to buy, everything that we want to make, and every interaction that we want to have with some industry specialist or some worker or some skilled labor, so we all have to actually we're at our own expenses. We're not sponsored by the college. It is quite expensive, but like private colleges are much more expensive than the government colleges. So NID and NIFT are not that expensive. But private colleges like Symbiosis and UID and Pearl is very expensive. So they're much more expensive.
You said one level of specialization that you pick is, whether you want to do product or fashion, etc. Now I've made the decision fashion. Within fashion, do you get to pick further specializations, like maybe probably luxury or everyday, or I don't know what other.
Okay, so in design, what they do is that every semester, once I've taken my specialization, every semester is a new topic. So like when I was in fashion, we had one semester as Indian wear. Then the other semester we had as something called as avant-garde, which is non-wearable garments. So every semester is different. So sometimes we had Western wear, once we had Indian wear, once we had men's wear, once we had, XY, we had different topics like that. So one gets to know their specialization or their interest once they pass out from that semester.
You don't really pick specializations, but you get to try out everything, and only at the end of the semester can one actually identify did they like it, did they not like it. I think that makes sense.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that makes sense. Now I want to talk to you about after school. So there are a broad category. Some might go further studies. What are the options there? Some might go into the workspace. Where all can you get jobs? Can you just tell me, what does life after college look?
Okay, so to be very frank, design has vast options to work at. So you can actually work at a design agency, be it whatever department you're in, if you're in fashion or XYZ. So right now, like I'm working at a digital marketing agency. So it's not a design agency, it's not a design brand, but they still do need designers. They still do need graphic designers. So and every other brand wants an online presence. So if you're a graphic designer, you can actually work as a graphic designer there.
Freelance.
Then yes, freelance. So you do have a lot of openings, you do have a lot of opportunities if you want to work. So there are a lot of fields. It's completely your choice, where you want to work, in what direction you want to get into.
Correct.
And our college does help in it. So we have this department called Career Services Department. So it's like a placement team. In the Career Services Department, there are two teams. One is the placement team, and one is the team that helps us go abroad for further studies.
Acha.
And and UID also has a tie-up with a lot of colleges abroad. So it has a tie-up with Polymoda and many more colleges. I don't remember the names now. So we do have a tie-up with a lot of international colleges too for design. So which is very good.
All right. I think that's really cool. And what is the master's degree called? The master's degree is just, what is the design degree called? Is it a BA or is it a?
No, it's called BDES. So it's like Bachelor's in Design, B.DES, so like BDES. And master's is called MDes. So like Master's in Design and Bachelor's in Design.
All right. What about people who decide to work freelance? I think I mentioned that, but is there a large amount of people who are working freelance?
Yeah, there are quite some amount, but you do need to be in the industry and you do need to work somewhere to make those contacts, because you cannot just come out of college one day and be like, oh, I want to freelance. You do need a little bit more experience. You do need a little more contact, so that people also trust you to deliver that kind of quality of work.
Correct. Networking is important. Correct.
Important, but there are a lot of online opportunities also. Like there's something called Upwork, and there's this freelance. So you do get a lot of freelance work through those sites too.
That's incredible. What about internships? Do you get time to do internships during your course?
Yeah, we have to do a city internship after the third year for 2 months. And in our fourth year, we have an option to do our graduation project with a company or a self-sponsored graduation project. So one internship is compulsory, and after that it is your choice if you want to do it internal, like that is in college, or you want to get it done externally sponsored from somewhere.
All right. So sponsored from
and college helps you with it.
All right. So sponsored from somewhere means, do you buy it, or do you get a job with the company? And do they?
So what sponsored is basically the company would have to like my project and take up my idea of the project, and that's when they would take me for that project. Like if they do not, so it's very tough to get a graduation project internship, because a lot of companies do not opt to sponsor it, and a lot of companies don't want to take up your idea. They don't want to take up your project because freshers.
Yeah.
So it is quite tough to get a graduation project internship, but it is not impossible.
And the other option is you do a self-sponsored, which is essentially you take complete ownership of your own project and you create it from scratch.
Yes.
All right. And okay, and then that is again judged the same way by a jury and by an external jury.
Yeah. Judged the same way. Yes.
I think that makes sense. All right. Thank you so much, Resham, for taking the time. And this was really interesting. I learned a lot about design school. As somebody who has no sense of design herself, it was really interesting to listen to you. And all right, guys, we hope you liked this and hope this made sense to you. Thank you.